Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. Hope your day is off to a great start. In today's video, I'm going to take you through my August 2024 Home Fragrance Empties, otherwise known as my home fragrance trash. So I like to save everything that I finish in a given month for the end of the month to be able to share these final reviews with you. So this is a great opportunity for me to update you on candles. It's also a great reminder for me to really give me a good visual of what I have used up in a given month. I'm on a little bit of a whittling down my stash collection personally when it comes to my home fragrance especially. The reason is not because I'm no longer into home fragrance or it's not, one of my hobbies. It's still like one of my main hobbies, but I do think that I am trying to just be a little bit more reasonable in terms of the amount of candles that I'm bringing in at any given time, and making sure that I'm also just using the things that I have and no longer just saving candles for special occasions. I need to just use what I have, whether, we're having a special get together at the house or whether it's just a random Tuesday and I don't know, it's just a Tuesday. Light the candle, enjoy the good stuff, right? Like use the fancy china, all of that, wear the perfume, use the skincare. It does you no good just sitting there. So I'm kind of in the in this little mode of doing that with many different areas of my life. So anyway, it has finally reached my home fragrance collection. So that has kind of been a little bit of my mission. So this is a great opportunity for me to just visually see all of the things that I've used up and just know that I am working towards a personal goal. So in the description box down below, I will link to where you can purchase any of these candles if they're still available. Some of these things are not currently available. I will also put links to my Candle Crock and Candle Lamp 101 videos because you will see some candles that still have wax in them and you might be like, hey lady, you did not finish that. I did. So I extracted all of the fragrance oils out of the wax, but when you put candles into a crock, the actual wax does not dissipate, just the fragrance oils. And when you warm underneath a lamp, you can see this in the video that I have linked down below, you actually pour off wax layer by layer. So I'll show you what that looks like in the case of some of these as well. But this candle here, for example, I burned to this point and then I decided I'm gonna go ahead and crock this. And I actually feel like I get a longer home fragrance output time frame or more time. I don't know how I'm trying to word that, but I feel like you get what I'm trying to say. Then if I were to actually have the candle lit and, the wax dissipating, okay? Does that make sense? So if I could get 24 hours of continuous melting from this, I don't think that I could get like 24 hours of continual burn from this, if that makes sense. Also, once you put a candle into a crock, you are not going to light it again because check out where those wicks went. Yeah, they got completely displaced. If you were to try to light this, this could potentially shatter the glass. By the way, I also have a video that I have linked down below that shows what I like to do with some of this extra wax. I like to make fire starters myself, so check out that video, but let's just dive right in. All right, we might as well get started with what I have in my hands here. First of all, this is one of my favorite summertime fragrances from Kringle Candle. This is their Sea Breeze. If you are not a super seasonal burner and you are still buying summer candles, I cannot recommend this one enough. There's literally no fragrance oils left in here. It just kind of smells like soy wax for the most part with the tiniest hint of what this used to be. But it's basically is like this really beautiful, like beachy, salty ocean air, but with like a healthy dose of like a suntan lotion, like coconut type scent. That is what this is to my nose and I love it. I literally cannot get enough of this fragrance. And I really wish that I could get a good whiff of it, but as much as I stick my nose in here, it's mostly dissipated. So I love this. I already have a backup that I purchased this year that I thought I would finish this year, but I'll hang on to it for next summer. I I don't ever want Kringle to do away with this one. I absolutely adore it. By the way, if you want to purchase anything from either Kringle or HomeWorx, I do have discount codes with those guys, so check out the description box. That'll save you a little extra money off of your purchase. Doesn't work with every single sale, so, and if you get a better discount by using your rewards, obviously use rewards, but if you want to save a little bit of money, try popping those in. All right, this is Praline Buttercream, and you guys, this is new from Country Candle for fall 2024. I almost did not melt this because it was actually burning just fine, but I just love the scent so much that I went ahead and put it in my candle crock. I can't remember whether I had it downstairs or up here somewhere. I have 3 candle crocks, by the way, so I have multiples that I will usually be melting at any given time. Oh my gosh, this is so delicious. This will be a backup purchase for me. I will also be getting some of the wax melts as well. I'm putting together a fall cart over at Kringle because I'm already more than halfway through pretty much all of the fall fragrances at this point. So I'm gonna need some backups because fall hasn't even technically started. It's barely the end of August. So, but anyway, I love that. I've done an in-depth review of all of the new Country Candle fragrances that were new for this fall. So check out my playlists. I do have playlists for Kringle, for HomeWorx, for Bath & Body Works, for Nest. At some point, I might create one for Voluspa. Yeah, because I'm also starting to get a little bit more into Voluspa these days. I already have a cart over at Voluspa that I need to finish off too. I keep taking a couple things in and then like taking them out. Like there's just some stuff that I'm trying to decide on. So I'll let you guys know what I end up picking up. But anyway, this is Voluspa Goji Tarocco Orange. I did do an in-depth review of this one. This is gorgeous. If you're looking for a really fresh, like zesty, just a really beautiful orange, you gotta check this one out. I do realize that Voluspa is definitely it's a higher price point, but honestly the quality is, it's a great quality product. So I would say if you're looking for the best strength and throw, I would go for these 3-wick tins or go for their hearth size, which is their biggest. Those are super spendy, but if you find a fragrance that you love, like I have the Noble Fir Garland in the big hearth size. I fell in love with that, so I needed to have it. But they also have a 2-wick size in some of the candles, and then they also have a 3-wick, what they call like a luxe size. Fantastic. They burn incredibly well, and yeah, there's so many beautiful scents. But this one here came highly recommended by a number of you, so I'm glad that I popped this one in my cart. I really, really enjoyed this one. All right, here we have a HomeWorx Farm Stand Blueberry. I love Farm Stand Blueberry. A long time ago, I purchased multiple sets of 3. There was this trio over at QVC at one point. What year was it? Let's see. It was 2021. There was a trio that had Farm Stand Peach, Farm Stand Strawberry, and Farm Stand Blueberry. I purchased multiple sets. Oh, what do you got there, buddy? Oh, you brought your antler. That's fun. He brought a toy. He's gonna entertain himself. Anyway, I loved this trio. I purchased so many sets, and I am now down to two sets. I managed to work my way down from like 8 or 9 sets down to 2 this summer, and I will always repurchase Farm Stand Blueberry. In fact, I will also always repurchase Farm Stand Strawberry and Farm Stand Peach. Thankfully, they are still out right now from HomeWorx, so hopefully they keep producing those fragrances because they're just stunning. Okay, here we have an example of a candle that was underneath a candle lamp. So you're gonna see something a little different with this one. So obviously the wax does not dissipate. When I put this candle in here, it had this much wax. When I turned the crock off, the same amount of wax remained. But with lamps, you are obviously warming layer by layer, so you do have to pour some wax off. This last layer of wax that you see in the bottom here is unfragranced because it was already melted, but I typically don't pour the last layer off. I just pop it into my empties. Yeah, there's not much fragrance oils remaining in this wax. So what was this? This was a 3-wick Scarlet Woods. Now this came out in 2020. It was a trio of Scarlet Woods, Autumn Pumpkin, and this one here, Spiced White Pumpkin. This one, by the way, also I melted underneath my lamp as well. So I had one going in my office and one in the kitchen. So these actually burned just fine. I didn't need to melt them per se, but I don't know, sometimes I'll just do that. I'll take a candle, even though it burns just fine, and I'll melt it, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Again, I don't view that as wasteful. But these two actually burned quite well. I still have, I think, one more of the Spiced White Pumpkin and then a couple of the Autumn Pumpkins left. I'll probably burn the Autumn Pumpkins. It's one of my favorite scents. My two must-haves for fall if you are just starting to get into HomeWorx. For me, Harvest Leaves and Autumn Pumpkin are the two staples. If I don't have those two every single fall from HomeWorx, like, I don't think that my fall would be complete. I also like to take both of those fragrances into the holidays as well. I think they make beautiful holiday fragrances as well, especially the Harvest Leaves. Ugh, I love Harvest Leaves. Okay, this is Glazed Berry Scone. This one was another one where it was a new release for Country Candle for fall 2024. It's a really nice blueberry scone fragrance. I don't really think it's like super fall, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I think of blueberries as more of like a summertime fragrance note, but this one is incredibly well done. It did really well burning, but it was a powerhouse when I put the last little bit of it into one of my candle crocks. Smelled up almost like half of the house with just this one candle in the crock. It was absolutely gorgeous. Love the scent. If you're a big fan of blueberry fragrances, I think that Kringle does a ton of them really quite well. And this one here, I think, is one of the best in terms of really bringing in like a true gourmand, like scone note, if you will. So that one's really, really good. Okay, here we have, okay, I melted this one too, so she looks a little rough, but again, she went under a lamp. This is my beloved blueberry cheesecake from HomeWorx. I love this. I could actually, this particular blueberry one, I could see myself maybe burning a couple of these into the fall as well, just because it's delicious. But I think I might save the 2 or 3 that I have left for next summer. So, but luckily this one is still available on the website. If you see it on there and if it's a good price, pop it in your cart. That is delicious. I don't smell like a sour note from this one at all. There is a very true cheesecake note, but it doesn't smell super sour to my nose. And I love that like blueberry compote note that is kind of at the top of the fragrance. It is delightful. So big fan. All right, sorry, is this camera? Oh, there we go. Hopefully it's been focused this whole time. Probably hasn't been, has it? We'll see. All right, Radiant Sky. Okay, such a bummer for me to finish this one, quite honestly, because I just love this so much. So I burned it to just almost the halfway point, not halfway, almost to the end point, and then there was like, I don't know, about an inch of wax left, and I decided to melt the last little bit just to get a little bit more enjoyment out of it. This is a fragrance that I was really hoping would come back this summer for Bath & Body Works, and I did not see it, so I'm super bummed. Usually that means that it probably won't come back, but if you ever see Radiant Sky making a triumphant return, if I am like not in a Bath & Body Works mode or phase of my life, please poke me and be like, hey, you should head in store because they brought back the best thing ever. So, all right, here we have a Farm Stand Peach. I've already talked about Farm Stand Blueberry. You know how I feel about this. I burned this one and it did great the whole way down. This is just delicious. Love it. Need to save this lid. I love this lid. I Now we'll throw these like cheap lids away from HomeWorx, which is what all of the new candles are coming with. And I still save all of my old like heavier metal lids, and then I just replace, you know, these cheap shiny ones with the new ones. So actually, let's not, because those are all going to go in recycling. But yeah, that I will easily toss into the garbage. All right, here we have another HomeWorx candle that I just randomly came across and was like, I should finish this. So this was Sugared Citrus Fir. This came out for last holiday season. I don't know why I didn't finish it. Honestly, it only had like a couple of burns left, so I just decided to go ahead and polish it off. It's actually a great scent. I hope this comes back for this holiday season. I really love the hobnail glass. So I am definitely going to save this jar. This lid isn't like terrible. It's definitely like the cheaper material, but it's got a nice gold tone to it. So I'll save this. I like to save these to put like, you know, Q-tips in here. I'll put them like in the guest bathroom, and you know, like we put, like I said, Q-tips, cotton buds. They're just great for collecting random things. My daughter has a bunch of old both Bath and Body Works jars that she really likes, but also a bunch of these HomeWorx jars that she really likes the look of, and she just collects earrings, pencils, stuff like that in there. All right, here we have Velispa Coconut Papaya. This, I loved it. Absolutely glorious. Again, another one of these 3-wick tins. Fantastic. This is something that I want to have again next summer, but I think I might actually purchase it in their 3-wick size. Such a beautiful coconut papaya. Really juicy, really authentic, really sweet. A fabulous fragrance, and definitely something that, again, I need to have in my life. All right, we have actually 2 unicorn poops here, and these are completely full of wax because I decided to melt both of these in my candle crocks. So you can see here that the wicks are completely displaced. They are all the way over here. I can smell nothing in here. I mean, I can smell like the super faint like perfume oils in the way distance of the wax here, but what I love about unicorn poop is that this smells like Aquilina's pink sugar. And I really like this as a background fragrance, especially in the upstairs of the house. So I melted this one specifically in the master bedroom, and then also in this room back here. Loved it. Glorious. I think I might have one more of these left, so I'll save that for next summer. But that fantasy collection was great. I think they might still have 1 or 2 scents still available on the website, so I think it's a great little collection. I enjoyed it. Okay, a couple more candles here, and then we'll do a few wax melts. Okay, so this is banana chocolate chip pancakes from HomeWorx. This is, again, one of my nice older lids. Look at that nice gold-toned lid. We need these heavy lids back. All right, so this one burned fabulously the whole way down. Now, I have been hearing from some of you that you are having problems with your HomeWorx wicks again, which makes me really bummed out because I feel like they had the wick situation completely figured out. I hadn't really heard any complaints about wicks lately, but it sounds like some wick issues might be returning. So I did not have any wick issues with any of the newer candles that I've been testing, to be perfectly honest. In fact, I have found the burns on these newer candles to actually be like an improvement in terms of strength and throw. They are starting to smell a little bit stronger, nowhere near where they were in 2017 or 2018, but I have noticed some improvements. But the wicks have not been an issue for me at all, so something to look out for, I suppose. Definitely if you order from QVC, it's very easy to return the candles if you do have some wick issues from HomeWorx, but obviously the HomeWorx website, they don't allow returns. I really hope that at some point they decide to revisit that particular policy of theirs, because if there's something wrong with the product, they should be replacing it. So I don't know, maybe that is something that they're gonna revisit in the future. But quite frankly, I'm surprised that people are having wick issues because, like I said, of all of the issues that I've had with HomeWorx, mine have never really been the wicks. The strength and throw has been my biggest beef, but I've noticed some improvement there. So hopefully I don't get any candles with any wick issues, because I will be purchasing a few of the holiday scents. I don't have very many holiday candles left over from HomeWorx, so I actually get to do a little bit of shopping for some Christmas candles this year. But do you need to crawl into my lap right now? Yes, he does. Oh, sir. All right, here he comes. Let him try and sort it out. But anyway, this fragrance is really delicious. I did just recently do an in-depth review of this one, so you can find that on my HomeWorx playlist. But there's that. Here is the Ultraviolet by Pilopia. I just recently reviewed this candle. This is a luxury candle, so this is not going to be a price point that everybody is comfortable with for a 2-wick of this size. But I had a really great experience with this one. Look at how clean that burn was. This is a soy formulation. Like, there is literally no wax left in the bottom. Like, look at that. No wax. It's crazy. So, kind of impressive, huh, buddy? Super impressive. He's so cute. He's the sweetest guy. All right, we have one more candle here. Oh, this is Boats Candle Co. Beachside. Ooh, this one is good. This was a really nice, like, creamy coconut with a little bit of, like, I think there was some papaya in here. There's not much wax left, so I'm not really getting much from it. But I remember there was a creamy coconut base to this Beachside. This is absolutely delightful. I did receive these candles from Boats Candle Co. for free. The owner of the brand did reach out and offered to send me a few for candles. So I've been sharing my reviews with you guys. This one is definitely one of my favorite fragrances from her. So I'll have her website linked down below. So if you are interested in supporting a smaller women-owned candle business, definitely check out Marina. She's got a lot of really lovely fragrances. And then let's go through a few of these wax melts here. So it is all pretty much Scentsy. So I've got some Happy Birthday, which is in my club. Smells like Funfetti birthday cake to me. Jam and Jubilee. This is one that I added to my club this summer because it is one of the best raspberry fragrances. It actually reminds me of the Raspberry Rosé from Bath & Body Works. So good. So happy to have that in my club. First day of fall. This is kind of a nice, like, spicy pumpkin type fragrance, but it's also got a little bit of woodiness to it. It's a really beautiful scent. Definitely worth checking out. Cake Me to Paradise. There might be a couple of these in here. I love Cake Me to Paradise. Now, I don't really get much of a cake note in this one. It smells more like tropical fruity. It's in my club. It will stay in there for all time because I have a feeling it probably won't come back next year. Here's another Happy Birthday. All right, Baked Apple Pie. Pretty straightforward. It smells like a very cinnamony apple pie. Smells a lot more like the apple pie filling than it does the crust, but delicious. Definitely worth checking out. Fall Feelin'. This is a great one. A nice, fresh, kind of perfumey pumpkin kind of fragrance. Just the perfect amount of cinnamon in this one. It's really, this is quite lovely. So definitely worth checking out. Whipped Vanilla Pear. I believe this was part of the recent Bring Back My Bar. This is okay. I think pear, I don't know, I'm not the biggest pear fan. I definitely prefer apple over pear scents, but this was a nice kind of creamy vanilla type of pear. So if that's your thing, I liked it. Here's another Cake Me to Paradise. And here's another Jam and Jubilee. And you guys, that is everything. Ooh, I need to rinse this bucket out. It's kind of gross down there, but that's everything for this past month. So thank you so much for being here for this empties. Let me know what you finished in the comments down below. Yeah, subscribe if you're new, yada yada. Sorry, apparently I'm having a brain fart, huh buddy? We almost made it to the end of the video with me keeping it together, but I'm starting to melt down. It's getting kind of hot in here, so it's time for me to leave this room. Anyway, thanks for being here. Again, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.